Hi there, Gemini. We're going to do a reading for you for April 2021, and I hope it's going to be a fabulous one. Spring is basically here, depending on where you are, and I think it's going to be a great spring and a great summer ahead. So I hope your reading is amazing and wonderful, and we're going to find out right about now. I did do a big, long shuffling procedure before I started this, so I'm just giving it a last couple of shuffles till it feels exactly right, and then we will begin. I'm just going to do 12 cards, and we'll see what we've got. Oh, nice way to start. Nice way to start. Wow, it's really interesting. I cannot believe how much I'm shuffling, yet I'm getting a lot of similar cards in various readings. It's really strange, actually. Really strange. Unless everybody's having the same type of cards, which sometimes happens. Okay. So, right, out of the gate here, we've got the Ten of Cups, which is one of the best cards in the entire deck. It's completion, it's happy home and family, it's love, it's good stuff all around you, it's success. I mean, that's a great card right there. That's everything you want in that card. This card is surprisingly similar to the Taurus reading, which is so amazing because of the shuffling that went on. Like, I do a really, really long shuffle before I even turn on the camera. So it's kind of weird, but sometimes things go in cycles like this. So you know what? I'm not gonna debate it or reshuffle or do anything weird like that because, sometimes these things just happen. I mean, there's 78 cards in the deck, and I get the same probably 28, 30 cards over and over and over and over. There are cards in the deck I never get in my readings. I mean, never. It's really weird. And there are like 7 cards that I almost always get in my readings, which is pretty incredible. 2 for sure. It's really strange. So I'm not gonna analyze it because sometimes things are just the way they are. This card is a good card. It's a card of somebody working hard, but sometimes feeling like they're not getting the reward they deserve for the work they're putting in. So hopefully that's not your situation. But if it is, sometimes I think this card means, if you're at a job you're not satisfied with, maybe it's time to change the job. If it's your own business or something of that nature, maybe put in a little more hard work or come up with something innovative or maybe advertise differently or, they're just different ways of looking at things that you can reap a little bit more of a reward. Or maybe sometimes you actually are getting what you're supposed to be getting. It's just not going fast enough for you, which I know that feeling. I mean, that certainly is a theme in my life because I'm very impatient. But whatever it is, either work on it or just realize, check it out. See if you are getting what you deserve for what you're doing. Or, some of that is just the nature of, if you're a worker and somebody who's been doing something for a long time, sometimes it feels like you're spinning your wheels, even if you are on the right path. I mean, that's just part of the nature of getting things done, unfortunately. But if you really are spinning your wheels, if something is not going effectively, then, evaluate that and see what you can do to change it because, things can always be worked on and improved and, you'll find a way to do it because you're going to have all this. This card is a card of indecision, duality. There are 2 things, 2 paths that you can choose between. She's wearing a blindfold. Take off that goddamn blindfold because you don't need it. What you need is to see things clearly and, just face it, make the decision because you need to make this decision, whatever it is. Should I go here? Should I go there? Should I do this? Should I do that? Which one is the best? And you can't have both for whatever reason, or you can't have both and have them both turn out well. So make the choice. You can make this decision. I know you can. King of Swords. This guy is a very good king. He runs a good kingdom. He may be a person you know. He's an intellectual. He's got a good thought process. Very good with lots of areas of life. Maybe somebody you can go to it for advice, or maybe this is part of you, part of your personality, that you're this sort of a person. Geminis are sort of a. I can't talk today. Don't ask me why. I have an allergy thing happening, and it seems to be affecting the way I pronounce everything. I'm kind of a goofball today. Anyway, um, Geminis are what I would call the crapshoot of the zodiac, because honestly, I have never met two Geminis who I could say, okay, these things are distinct Gemini character traits. Because it's kind of all over the map. Um, a cool sense of humor, I would say, is one of them, because you guys can really make me laugh. But other than that, it's kind of indefinite, because Geminis sort of have a broad range of character traits, and not all of you seem to have them, and some of you have completely different ones, or at least that's what I find in my experience. So that could be a part of your personality, but it could be also somebody that you know. Um, the swords cards can tend to be a little bit cool, calculating at times. Sometimes that's necessary in a situation. So maybe you have a situation where that is needed. Maybe it's this decision. Maybe, I mean, they are right together. Maybe it's a decision about work, and you have to be a little cold blooded to get the job done, or just be very decisive and intellectual about it and not use any emotional capacity, because we tend to do that sometimes. So think about that. Let me know if this rings true for you, and if there is a decision, and if that is true, or if it comes to pass and goes well, because I'm very interested. The Chariot. I love the Chariot. The Chariot is all about you have the reins of your own life. I've had clients and people in my life who got in the Chariot, and then when things go wrong, or not things go wrong, but when they have to do something that's difficult or whatever, they go, I can do it because I've got the Chariot. And it's so true. When somebody's being wishy-washy and they get the Chariot, sometimes it really, really helps them to go, hey, I am the master of my own world. I know how to do this. I can do this. Nobody else can do it for me. And that's the case with this card. This card is all about you run the show. You really do. This is your little movie that you're filming, and the movie is your life. So make it a good one, because you absolutely can. And everybody loves this card because it's also one of the best cards in the deck. The Sun. I mean, the Sun is basically about happiness, childlike joy, freedom, um, just pure, unadulterated happiness. The kind of happiness most adults really don't feel, or don't let themselves feel. So feel it and enjoy it, and you know, you probably got yourself there. Nobody else magically gives you happiness. You give it to yourself. So this is a great card. And coupled with this, I mean, you've got something really amazing going on here. Somebody's got some good stuff happening, and this month is going to be very, very, very positive for you. Maybe something needs to change that's going to create all of this for you. But what's interesting is that here you've got these two amazing cards, and here you've got the Chariot telling you've got the power to create whatever you want, which is very, very positive. This card, I always think of this card. Now, it can be a journey by water, it can be a journey in general, a trip of some kind, but I always think of this card as there are all these bad thoughts that you have, or baggage that you carry with you, something from the past that needs to go. It needs to go. It needs to be flung out of that boat, and then you can have this free and clear journey, without all this heavy extra weight of these thoughts or these problems or these past memories. Whatever it is, get rid of that. Make this damn decision and have everything you deserve. And the Ace of Pentacles, also a beautiful, wonderful, fabulous card. I see you've also got the Queen of Swords. When you have a king and queen like this, it can often mean a couple. It can mean marriage. It can mean um, that there is a couple, that these people are a couple, or that this concept is just sort of solidified, this cool, calculating nature, this intellectual capacity. Maybe that's something that you have that you need to tap into to create what you're going for. The Ace of Pentacles, being an ace, it's the inception of something wonderful, fantastic, in fact. Um, Pentacles are all about the beginning. Well, Pentacles in general are about health, wealth, and security, basically. So you are at the beginning. Maybe it's just in your thoughts right now and hasn't begun, or maybe it's something you've just started. Something that you're starting that's going to improve one of those areas. Maybe you're going to start exercising, eating better. Maybe you're going to invest in something, start a new business, find a new job, do something for yourself in those areas. Personal growth in one of those areas. Security. Maybe it's just personal security. Maybe it's you're going to do something for your future, something that's going to give you future security, a better job, an investment, starting something. You've got something on the go here. I'm not sure what it is. Here's the guy who works really hard to make stuff happen. I'm thinking that's you, and you're going for this and this. See, you're working here. You're working hard. You're working hard. You're thinking about work. You're trying to invest in something positive. You're trying to get to the place you want to be. You want to be set for life. And you're working on it. And you've got some new things you're going to start in that direction. And that's really good. Maybe that's why you have to be a little bit cool. Maybe you can't be too hot-headed. You have to be practical to start this thing. So let me know. I want to hear your feedback about this. What's going on with you? And if this rings true for you. The moon is about a lot of mystery, and sometimes it means dreams, bad dreams, good dreams sometimes, but weird dreams usually. Sometimes it's nightmares, sometimes it's just confusing dreams, or there's some kind of confusion in your life, something you're trying to figure out. But you can do that. You can do that. Maybe it's related to the baggage. Maybe it's the decision. Whatever is going on for you personally, this card kind of relates to it, because this card, the Four of Swords, this is the guy who's going into his head and thinking deeply, doing some meditation, doing some personal thought process to find out where he's going, what's next in life, what's going to happen, what's the rest of my life going to be like. And it seems like you've got things on the go to create that. And you've got that Chariot to make all of it happen. So you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be worried. You don't have to think that things are not going to pass the way you want them to. You've got the Chariot. That's the key. That's the key to having the power to do all of this. And, Geminis are the most adaptable people in general. You can't generalize much about a Gemini, but I think it's fair to say they're all adaptable, because that's something that's not super general. I mean, they're kind of all over the map, which is probably why they're adaptable. You are. So, you're going to have a good month. I'm excited to hear about it. I want to hear what you think of this reading. I really do. So please leave me your comments. And have a fantastic April, and I will talk to you soon.